number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 20 सम्म लेख फेरि अर्को एउटा मार्जिन बनाएर 20 देखि 40 सम्म because you have a total of 40 questions हैन so copy को साइडमा 1 देखिको 20 नम्बर अनि अहिले आन्सर लेख्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यही नम्बरको छेउमा चाहिँ आन्सर लेख्नु ठीक छ so go on write 1 2 3 4 भनेर 20 फेरि अर्को कलम बनाएर 21 देखिको 40 हामी सबैले आन्सर त्यही लेख्ने Okay, all done. Now let's get ready. I'll get started. All right, now take a look at this. Okay, now this starts with section 1, listening. Nowadays we don't call it section. You might 7 ko bada garda cha hai. This is test 1 Cambridge book 7. Okay, this from 7 that's been provided to you, but in case of Yuraj and Praveen, okay, hijo मैले यो पठाउनु खोजेको 7 चाहिँ के भयो भने it's more than 25 MB भएर I couldn't send it through mail, so I had to send के अरे त्यो Google Drive को link, right? So unlike 8 can be sent through mail. This is beyond 25 MB, so I couldn't send it through mail, right? So मैले चाहिँ Google Drive को त्यो link पठाएको छु. Anyway, 7 हो. So test 1, section 1, 1 to 10 questions. Remember, nowadays we call section as part. Okay, so part 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 questions. Questions 1 to 5. So I think yesterday Praveen asked me, someone asked me, ek set ma katiwata questions huncha. Oh, there was another chap. Yeah, he's absent today. Abhishek. So ek choti katiwata questions garnu parcha. So 1 देखि 5 सम्म, yes, 6 सम्म गर्नु पर्ने हुन्छ. So 10 questions divided into these parts. Okay? Now, it says no more than 3 words for each answer. This is section 1, eh? Section 1, you're going to hear a conversation on a general topic. The conversation is of a transactional nature. Transactional भनेको man, woman, or 2 people speaking. एउटा question सोध्ने अर्कोले answer गर्ने अनि त्यसै कुरोहरू भइरहेछ. यसमा skill test गर्ने के हो? We're looking for picking up specific factual information. सजिलो छ part 1. Okay? र part 1 मा जहिले पनि start गर्दाखेरि there's an example. An example will always be played. अब normally पहिला त के हुन्थ्यो भने example played हुन्थ्यो. Okay? And then when the actual listening starts, the example is replayed. अहिलेको नयाँ टेस्टमा चाहिँ instead of calling it section, we call it part. So part 1. अनि यो जुन चाहिँ example हुन्छ, it's going to be played. The replay चाहिँ हुँदैन. Straight away actual conversation बाट start हुन्छ. Okay? So in the test, imagine you have a question paper. Okay? If it's paper based, you have the paper, your questions paper ma. So you'll be writing answer directly on the paper. Okay? And you have listening which is start going so it will take some time to get started. Listen go. You've got a headphone, it's a wireless headphone. Okay, wireless go transmitter wall mount, and then you get started. And now you're given some time to go through the question. That sometime is around half a minute. 30 seconds or 20 seconds. The conversation is about transport from the airport to a town called Milton. All right. So how many questions? 1, 2, 3. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So get ready. I'm going to play. So go through the questions.
Cambridge IELTS 7 by University of Cambridge ESOL Examinations. Published by Cambridge University Press. This recording is copyright. day-1. Test 1. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only.
So these are all instructions you will hear in the real examination. All right. So your best practice for listening, I will listen kind of practice YouTube, there are lots of videos, forget it. Don't waste your time on YouTube. Please don't waste your time on YouTube. What you need is the Cambridge series. Like Malayo 7 ko play with this. Okay. So Cambridge series ko 1 दिन को 14 समय. So okay, so these all came 15, sorry, I think. So these all Cambridge series. You say RTs ko past question papers. Right, in the examination, exactly ये format पाउँछ, questions यही type हुन्छ. Right. So जहिले practice गर्दा RTs को, you want to use the Cambridge series. Now, यहाँ हेरौँ है त. Let's take a look. Okay, now options यहाँ छ. Remember, main हाम्रो problem के हुन्छ listening means getting left behind. हैन, छुटिनु सक्छ. So छुट्यो भने त you're losing your points. Alright. अब examination के हुन्छ सबसे सजिलो section यही हो. तर यही सजिलो section मा चाहिँ कहिलेकाहीँ के हुन्छ भने यही सजिलो section मा चाहिँ कहिलेकाहीँ के हुन्छ भने you might be very nervous हुँदा यो सजिलो section जुन चाहिँ 1 2 3 4 5 यसमा नै mistakes हुन सक्छ. So listening ma practice is going to be very important. Now, how do you pick an answer? As you listen, okay, there's an example that's already been played. You're going to hear the word car hire. Keywords, right? The moment you hear the word car hire, don't want to drive, honey, you pick your answer here. And all keywords are expensive. So the lady wants to travel from the airport to Milton, but she doesn't want to drive. So whatever other means of transport she wants to take up, it's going to be expensive. Next, the keyword is Tada. Next keyword, Greyhound. Bus. BUS is not boss, I mean, Nepali, boss. Oud opposite boss. Boss, BOSS is boss. Boss, Tamil ko boss. So, boss, boss, and BUS is bus. Awesome. Anyway, besides the pronunciation, your keywords are direct to the blank. You've got to listen for this answer, long number 3 answer. Or keywords say airport shuttle. Alright, so wait for these keywords and listen. Okay, so let's get started.
The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet.
Oh, by the way, listen ko aligiti sunu garo bhaneदेखि लाई, how about using an earphone? Okay, use the earphone.
Now turn to section 1. Section 1. You will hear a telephone conversation between a passenger and an official at the Land Transport Information Service at Toronto Airport. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5.
This time given for you, as I said, is around half a minute.
You will see that there is an example that has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
So there's an example.
Hello, this is land transport information at Toronto Airport. How may I help you?
Oh, good morning. I'm flying to Toronto Airport next week, and I need to get to a town called, Milton. Could you tell me how I can get there?
Milton, did you say? Let me see. I think that's about 150 miles southwest of here. In fact, it's 147 miles to be exact. So it'll take you at least, say, 3 to 4 hours by road.
The distance from the airport to Milton is 147 miles, so 147 has been written in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Hello, this is land transport information at Toronto Airport. How may I help you?
Oh, good morning. I'm flying to Toronto Airport next week, and I need to get to a town called, Milton. Could you tell me how I can get there?
Milton, did you say? Let me see. I think that's about 150 miles southwest of here. In fact, it's 147 miles to be exact. So it'll take you at least, say, 3 to 4 hours by road.
Wow, is it as far as that?
Yes, I'm afraid so. But you have a number of options to get you there, and you can always rent a car right here at the airport, of course.
Right. Well, I don't really want to drive myself, so I'd like more information about public transport.
Okay. In that case, the quickest and most comfortable is a cab, and of course there are always plenty available, but it'll cost you. You can also take a Greyhound bus, or there's an airport shuttle service to Milton.
I think for that kind of distance, a cab would be way beyond my budget. But the bus sounds okay. Can you tell me how much that would cost?
Sure. Let's see, that would be $15 one way, or $27.50 return. That's on the Greyhound.
Ah, that's quite cheap. Great. Whereabouts does it stop in Milton?
It goes directly from the airport here to the city center, and it's pretty fast. But you have to bear in mind that there is only one departure a day, so it depends what time your flight gets in.
Ah, of course. Hang on. We're due to get there at 11:30 a.m.
Too bad. The bus leaves at 3:45, so you would have quite a wait, more than 4 hours.
Oh, I see. Well, what about the shuttle you mentioned?
Okay. That's the airport shuttle that will take you from the airport right to your hotel or private address. It's a door-to-door service, and it would suit you much better because there's one every 2 hours.
So how much does that cost?
Let's see. Yeah, that's $35 one way, $65 return. So I guess it's a bit more expensive than the Greyhound.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad, especially if it'll take me straight to the hotel.
But you do need to reserve a seat.
Okay. Is it possible to make a booking right now, through you?
Sure.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
Okay, so you hear one set of conversation, 1 to 5, and then the next set will be 6 to 10. For the next set again, you will look at the questions, and once again you're given around half a minute. Okay, so that's how the 10 questions are delivered in 2 sets, and that's how the listening goes. Right, now what do you think should be the answer? Number 1, well, it's about she doesn't want to buy, but it's going to be expensive. It's going to cost you. So that's the cab. Cab means the taxi. Okay, Greyhound bus, direct to the next one.
Airport.
No, direct to the airport.
City
Is
center.
on the same town. टाउनमा जाँदैछ त एयरपोर्टबाट direct to the airport wouldn't make any sense.
City center.
City center.
City center. Okay, so you can write it either as C-E-N-T-E-R, American spelling, or British spelling, C-E-N-T-R-E. Okay? So you can write it whichever way you want to. What's wrong with this? Okay, next one. Long. You'll have to wait for 3 to 4 hours. But listen.
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
No, 4 hours
hours,
won't
yes,
make
sir.
any sense. Answer. 4 hours. Long 4 hours. Match good enough. The word is there before it. Just say, yani number 3, direct to the city center. I know word sir. Direct to the city center. Answer one is long 4 hours wouldn't make any sense. So you'll have to wait for 4 hours. So it's simply long wait. You'll have to wait for long hours. Next one.
Door to door.
Door to door.
This is your door hyphen to fit a hyphen door. Without the hyphen, it's going to be wrong. Remember, this is a noun, all right? Service is a noun. Any word that modifies a noun is an adjective. So when you're writing an adjective like this, if you have more than one adjective, like I discussed yesterday, all right, you'll have to hyphenate it. Otherwise, it will be considered wrong answer. And then finally, need to
Reserve a seat.
reserve a seat.
Seat.
So, need to reserve a seat. So that's what it looks like. Okay, that's your first one. 1 to 5. Now let's go on to the next set of questions. I can minimize it up to 50%. Write one word and or a number. Always look at the directions, instructions. So it says one word and or a number. So 1 to 10. So this is basically form filling up a form, airport shuttle booking form. Date, time, you're looking for specific information. But you'll have to go accordingly. Milton, there were a date, all right, number 6.
Practice गर्दैछौँ के आज
Is the number of passengers, आयो 7 मा आयो bus time, ticket single, यो सब भन्दै जान्छ है. 8 one name of the person, flight number, there was a from London Heathrow, address Milton, vacation motel, 24 Kitchener Street, fare, credit card number. Oh, I think that's not needed. We're still here. We're good with this. So this is your preparation time, which could gap by us. I'm playing this, eh?
Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
Okay, I just have to fill this form out for you. So, what date do you want to book this for?
The 16th of October. Oh, no. Sorry, that's my departure date. I arrive on the 17th, so book it for then, please.
So that's the Toronto Airport shuttle to Milton. And this is for just one person, or?
Yeah, just me, please.
Follow the
Right.
conversation.
And
Yes,
you
eh?
said your expected time of arrival was 11:30. So if I book your shuttle for after 12, let's say 12:30, that should give you plenty of time to, collect your baggage, maybe grab a coffee.
Yeah, that sounds fine. As long as we land on time.
Well, we'll take your flight details, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Now, what about the fare? What sort of ticket do you want? One way or?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Provided I can book the return trip once I'm there.
No problem. Just allow a couple of days in advance to make sure you get a seat. And what is your name, please?
Janet. Janet Thompson.
Is that Thompson spelled with a P?
No, it's Thomson.
Okay. And you'll be coming from the UK? What flight will you be traveling on?
Oh, it's Air Canada flight number AC936 from London Heathrow.
Right. Now, do you know where you'll be staying? We need to give the driver an address.
Yes, it's called the Vacation Motel, and I think it's near the town centre. Anyway, the address is 24 Kitchener Street. That's Kitchener Street.
That's fine. Right, so that's $35 to pay, please. Have you got your credit card number there?
Yes, it's a Visa card, and the number is 3303 8450 2045 6837.
Okay. Well, that seems to be everything. Have a good trip, and we'll see you in Toronto next week.
Yes, bye. Oh, thanks for your help.
Right. Now let's check the answer. Date, number 6.
17th of October.
17th October.
17th.
17th
October.
October. Okay, just 17th October.
Okay.
Bus time,
12:30.
12:30.
12:30. About 12:30 like the kiddy, you can write 12, 2 dots, 30. 2 dots, American style. Or British style is 12, 1 dot, 30, 30. So, duita dot, 1 dot likhimba. Right? Our Altis, Vandama, you will have to follow exactly British spelling. In the Altis, you could use both British or American spellings and the different guidelines. The different conventions, the different guidelines on writing a date. Like the Americans, the way they write the date is so different from the way we write it. For us, it's the day, month, year. And so there are variations. So you can follow any of the general conventions, right? Name of the person, Janet Thompson.
H-O-M-N.
Thomson. N aina M for
M-S-O-N. Thompson.
S-O-N. Thomson hunta na. Thomson aina. H is silent.
Thompson.
In the English language, always remember H is normally silent. Timale Tom and Jerry, you all grew up watching Tom and Jerry. Tom ko pura naam kya ho? The cat, Tom ko naam? Tom ko naam kya ho? Tom and Jerry. Come on, people. Bibutsa, Tom ko naam kya ho? Tom and Jerry ko. I'm sure you watch Tom and Jerry. Thomas. The black woman le jalam gali gorda the that Thomas Thomas, and we pronounce it as we write it as Thomas. H the Thomas Thomas. H in the English language is generally silent, right? Like Thames River, Thames, Thames. The British, the English American will always say Thailand, not Thailand, Thailand. Nepal and Nepal one exists. You never hear them say Nepal. They'll always say Nepal, right? Anyway, so Thompson. And did you notice? You jo manche bolne, keta manche ko sur accent ra, keti ko jun se sa, it's so different, right? It's very different, keta ko accent ra, keti ko accent. Keta ko accent is what we call as BBC English. Popularly, it's called BBC English. BBC English, jun se hamile BBC News mein hersa, हैना? It's very clear, you understand it very clearly. You probably, personal for me, I'm more comfortable listening to the BBC than the CNN. CNN go American accent. So, like me, a lot of people might find the British accent easier to listen to because all the words are clearly pronounced. Okay? So, BBC we call it BBC English. That's a kind of English spoken around London. There are आफ्नो सिटीमा आफ्नो इंग्लिश बोल्छ नि त म्यानचेस्टरको बेग्लै बोल्छ हैन माथिमाथि गयो बेग्लै अझ स्कटल्यान्डतिर गयो स्कटिसहरूले बेग्लै इंग्लिश आइरिसहरूले बोल्दा बेग्लै Welsh people are the big lady. But your Mansaki English to BBC English, it's very clear. The lady ko English has a little bit of Australian accent. That's why TH now when you actually heard I said TH. THOM. Nakisan in Easel. He makes ratio me just THOMSLN. That kind. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Flight number
936.
is called a word, sir.
AC 936.
Oh,
C, not IC. Not IC. This is A.
From London News.
Apple C. Kinavane, she says Air Canada. Air Canada go short form say AC. But some of you might have written it as IC because she pronounces A as I. Australian alibole is TODAY to die. TODIE to die. Not yesterday, but to die. You don't mind, not yesterday, today, to die, not yesterday. I woke up in the morning and I wanted to wash my face, F-I-C-E, face. And so I went to the bathroom and there was this very tiny wash basin. You say, oh, with horns, bison? Careful, wildlife? You say, no, the Australian would say bison. B-I-S-I-N, the wash basin. So normally Australian English, if you watch, even New Zealand ko English, if you watch the New Zealand Prime Minister, the lady, or Australian Prime Minister, or Australian cricketers, David Warner, English I de rahe you know, I can de rahe because era I ko unko ucharan is I is I is I ek kuch aur likh thika unse I. So TODIY, there are TODIE. But ekdam subtle. Hey, the Australian English ma era I ko almost the lots of words like itin, okay, so those things are there. So this car moile banega timela YouTube video ma type British versus Australian accent, here American accent, and get used to it. All right, so watch YouTube videos and be comfortable with the accent because you're going to hear different accents. So this is going to be AC, Air Canada. Number is okay. And then finally, credit card number. Anybody? Yuvraj? Yuvraj, give me the credit card number.
3, 4, 2, 7.
Okay, fine. I'm sure the rest also got that, so it's all fine. Now, section 1, Siddhi, eh? Now listen further. Once you complete section 1, listen to this.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
It's always like this. When you complete one section, just the section 1, you're given half a minute to check your answer. Okay, your section 1 ko answer. But how are you going to check your answer? How will you check your answer? I was supposed to do examination. You have computer-based exam. Listening is played once only, it's not replayed. Without the listening, you're chutere. Suppose you're chutere, how are you going to check the answer? So checking your answer, it's pointless. Once you miss your answer, it's very hard to get it. All right? So you have half a minute to without wasting your time checking answer, you immediately go on to the next section. Section 2 magaya. Takes it out. So don't waste your time, half a minute, go immediately to the next section. Our next section is the advantage. So half a minute plus your set of questions you get another half a minute to read. Another. So from section 2 onwards, more advantage, you're getting 1 minute to read ahead. The more time you get to read, okay, the better you'll come up, the more time you'll get to come up with better answers. All right, so don't waste your time, immediately go on to the next section. So let's look at this. This is section 2. or part 2, questions 11 to 20. Multiple choice. हिजो मैले कुरो गरेको छु है मल्टिपल चोइसको 3 options 11 to 20. यसलाई अलिकति सानो बनाउँदा फेरि I hope it won't be difficult for the rest. Oh, not possible. 17 to 20, 11 to 16, okay. 11 to 16. Can you read this? Here, Garaboy. Garaboy, enlarge. We don't have to do all the questions. Can everybody read this? 11 to 16, someone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have any difficulty, let me know, right? Okay, now take a look at it. This is multiple choice. Section 2. In section 2, so section 1, you're going to hear a conversation. Section 1, you'll always hear a conversation. In section 2, you'll always hear a monologue or a prompted monologue. In very simple words, what does a monologue or a prompted monologue mean? You're going to hear a short talk, one person speaking. And the talk could be based more like a radio talk, a radio conversation. Okay? One person speaking. Full-length lecture in a short talk. So this is going to be a short talk. Now careful about these. Multiple choice. Multiple choice, there are several challenges I've already mentioned. Okay. I will come back to this question later. The company has most camping sites. Keywords. Which organized activity can children do every day of the week? They do it every day. Some areas of the sites have a no noise rule after what time? No noise rule. Look at the keywords. Your keyword पहिला हेर्ने, okay, underline गरिहाल्ने. The holiday insurance that is offered by PS Camping. So we're talking about holiday insurance, another keyword. Customers who recommend PS Camping to friends will receive. Customers who recommend PS Camping to friends. Okay, you have an important keyword. Will receive what? Not the friends, it's the customers. So in the examination, you will have to circle such keywords, okay? And then get ready to answer the question. Okay, ISCO PS Camping has been organizing holidays for, the preposition for, organizing holidays, these are the keywords. Now, as you listen, I've already told you, you might hear 15, you might hear 20, 25, sabay nahi. Hey? But then the right answer is the one that matches with the question. So the right answer will answer the question. The wrong answer, only the words are mentioned, but it may not address the actual question. So careful about this. Now, after you have highlighted the important keywords that you will listen to, the next thing is, did you notice this? Which organized activity can children do every day of the week? You every day, you complete questions. So it's much easier to understand. But if you look at this, you incomplete question. So as I said yesterday, question stem. That's a question stem. So what do? For a lot of students, when you're dealing with multiple choice, you do have question stems, and again, for a majority of students, you might find understanding a question stem a little difficult. All right, so what do? You simplify it into a complete question. Something like, how long has PS Camping been organizing holidays? For how long? You understand the question better. Where does the company have the most camping sites? Which areas of the sites have a no-nose rule, and after what time? What about the holiday insurance offered by PS Camping? What will customers receive if they recommend PS Camping to friends? See, it's much easier to understand. All right, so you'll always simplify a question stem into a complete sentence. So write it down. Simplify a question stem into a complete sentence. Simplify a question stem into a complete sentence. Okay, so are we ready? I'm going to play this, eh? And I've already told you, Hamro given section 1 देखिनको half a minute to check the answer. We carry it immediately to the next section. So here you're actually getting 2 minutes.
Section 2. You will hear a representative from a holiday company called PS Camping giving a talk about the holidays the company organises. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen and answer questions 11 to 16.
Thank you all for coming to my talk this evening. It's nice to see so many people in the audience. For those of you who don't know very much about PS Camping, let me start by giving you some background information about the company. The company started 25 years ago. It actually opened as a retail chain selling camping equipment. And then, 20 years ago, it bought a small number of campsites in the UK and began offering camping holidays. The company grew rapidly and has been providing holidays in continental Europe for the last 15 years.
Okay, that was the first answer. Can anybody tell me what's the answer? 11 ko kun se ke wala answer?
25 years.
20 years.
So 20
Say
years.
that again. Something mentioned
20 years.
15 puni sir, 20 puni sir, 25 puni sir. Let's listen again.
Thank you all for coming to my talk this evening. It's nice to see so many people in the audience. For those of you who don't know very much about PS Camping, let me start by giving you some background information about the company. The company started 25 years ago. It actually opened as a retail chain selling camping equipment.
So the company started 25 years ago. Okay, that's when the company was established. But does this question address is this the answer to the question? No.
No.
The question says that PS Camping has been organizing holidays for. It's about how long they have been organizing holidays. You were establishment. So wrong answers, okay, these are what we call in wrong context. Word match garcha and this will very often fool students. Students are like, oh, okay, I can hear the word 25. That must be the answer. Right? So this is called wrong context. The answer must actually answer the real question. So this is not the answer.
And then, 20 years ago, it bought a small number of campsites in the UK and began offering camping holidays. The company...
Okay. So 20 years ago, it started offering camping holidays. So it looks like 20 is the best answer. But wait. Okay, so rush go no then, a multiple choice. Wait till you hear the next keyword. But
It grew rapidly and has been providing holidays in continental Europe for the last 15 years.
So 25 cannot be the answer, but the company has been providing holidays for 20 years. It's also been providing holidays in continental Europe for 15 years. So A or B, beach makunche, it's the best answer.
B.
B.
Obviously got to be B because the question does not talk about continental Europe. Okay, there are no words indicating continental Europe. And this answer 15 is about continental Europe. So B is the best answer. So which means in multiple choice, you're likely to hear all the answers, but the best answer is the one that addresses the question. So careful about this. Let's go on to the next one, number 12. The company has most camping sites in France, Italy, Switzerland.
If you book a camping holiday with us, you'll have a choice of over 300 sites. In Italy, we now have some 64 sites that we either own or have exclusive use of. France is where we have the majority of sites, and we currently have a project to expand into Switzerland. We also have a number of sites in northern Spain, particularly in the mountainous region of Picos de Europa. We've upgraded all these Spanish sites and improved them considerably from their original 3-star rating. We believe our holidays offer superb facilities for the whole family. Parents who want their children...
So,
France.
now, sir, you hear another synonym used by the speaker. We have the majority
Majority.
of camping sites in France. All right. But a lot of talk is given about Spain, eh? Picos de Europa mountains, all the stuff. So besides Switzerland, even Spain is mentioned. So that's France. Now let's move on to the next one. This can be a little bit challenging. Careful about this question. Which organized activity can children do every day of the week? Every day. Are they going to play football every day? Are they going to be involved in drama or model making every day? Listen to this.
to be fully occupied for all or part of the day can take advantage of our children's activities. These are organised by our well-qualified and enthusiastic staff. Each day kicks off with a sports match, perhaps football or volleyball, followed by an hour of drama for everyone. This may include singing or dancing, mime or other activities. In the afternoon, there's a different art activity for each day of the week, including a poster competition or model making.
Right. Answer?
B.
Listen to this again.
Occupied for all or part of the day can take advantage of our children's activities. These are organised by our well-qualified and enthusiastic staff. Each day kicks off with a sports match, perhaps football or volleyball.
Each day kicks off with the sports match, perhaps football
Football.
or volleyball. When it's all
Football.
into the everyday boy and the football, because here the question says every day. So they can either play football or volleyball. So football is not happening every day. So A cannot be an answer.
Followed by an hour of drama for everyone. This may include singing or dancing, mime or other activities.
Football is followed by an hour of drama, as a whole drama. This may include singing, dancing, mime, or other activities. But singing, dancing, mime, other activities, it has all been grouped together as drama. So drama is actually happening every day. So B is a likely answer. But wait till we listen to C.
In the afternoon, there's a different art activity for each day of the week, including a poster competition or model making.
You open the answer, boy. Afternoon, ma, you can either have poster making competition or model making. Or when it's either model making or poster, when it's not happening every day. Football or volleyball, it's not happening every day. Drama, okay. As a whole, singing, dancing, mime, other activities, they've been grouped together under one heading called drama. So this is happening every day. Okay. Now let's move on further. The remaining questions, I'm not going to stop, I'm going to play all remaining 3 questions, 14, 15, 16. Listen and write your answer.
What's more, our sites are truly child-friendly, and with this in mind, we operate a no-noise rule in the evenings. Children's evening activities usually finish at 9:30, or occasionally 10. And from 10:30, holidaymakers are expected to be quiet in the areas where there are tents. We want nothing to go wrong on a PS camping holiday, but if it does, we also want all our customers to be insured. If you haven't organised an annual insurance policy of your own, you'll need to take out the low-cost cover we offer, and we require that you arrange this when you make your holiday reservation. There are many advantages to choosing PS Camping and to recommending it to others. As a regular customer, you'll be kept informed of special offers, and your friends can benefit from 10% off their holiday, or book a luxury tent for the price of a standard one. In return, we'll send you a thank you present, which you can choose from a list of high-quality items.
Okay, so remaining code. 14, some of the areas have no noise rule after 10:30.
10:30.
Okay, 10:30, that was easy enough. The holiday insurance that's offered by PS Camping. C, must be taken out at the time of reservation. Must be taken out at the time of reservation, Banabandis. So at the time of booking. And the last one, anybody?
A.
Customers who recommend PS Camping to friends will receive.
A free gift.
Yes, Furba, you said something?
A, sir.
A, exactly, a free gift. In return, we will send you a thank you present. And if they recommend the friends, user friends are going to friends can get a discount, or they can upgrade to a luxury tent. Okay? Askal the camping ones, camping mabani tent or you know, you've got 5-star treatment and a tent. It's just a tent. Okay, the roof over you just tent, but a fancy tent, and you've got all the amenities, all the luxuries inside. So your friends can get a discount, your friends can upgrade, but you as a customer, you'll be given a free gift. So there's a multiple choice, and I would want you to be a little careful about multiple choice, especially in the listening section. So that was section 2, questions 11 to 16, but we know the questions are right up to 20, so here are the remaining questions. What does the speaker say about the following items? This is matching list. Write the correct letters A, B, or C next to questions 17 to 20. So these are the questions. So as you listen, you will follow these questions. Okay, barbecues. Oh, check the spelling. Barbecue spelling.
Barbecues. Queue.
No, there's no Q. So C. Full form. I'm short man like this. Like a hotel or BBQ like BBQ. So generally we have the feeling that okay, C is, it must be Q, but that's in the short form. But the actual spelling of barbecue is this. Okay, not Q but C. Anyway, as you listen to the speaker, you're going to hear barbecues. This was your toys. This was your cool boxes. This was your mops and buckets. Now, as you listen to each of this, okay, your ABC when you see, you're going to use one answer, one extra time. And you know, chapter questions, sir, there are 3 answers. You'll have to use them and match it with this. So this is called matching list. When you should take a look at this very carefully. A, they are provided in all the tents. They, when you see, all this. All right. B, they are found in central areas of the camp. What is found in the central area of the camp? And what is available on request? So they can either be available on request, they are found in the central area, or they're provided in all the tents. And as you listen, you will be following this. So let's listen.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20.
Sometime I'm going to get the usual time, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but definitely not more than 30.
Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
When it comes to our tents, these are equipped to the highest standard. We really do think of every essential detail, from an oven, cooking rings fueled by bottled gas, to mirrors and bedrooms. If you don't want to cook indoors, you can borrow a box.
Hang on there.
So Robert disturbing sound.
Back but I was on this, sir. That's not from my side.
That,
That sounds like that's within the room. Mira awaaz se bahir bada hunda. There's a construction. This looks like that's within the room. Okay, no violence, no violence. Let's listen to it again.
17 to 20.
In the bedroom areas. We really do think of every essential detail, from an oven and cooking rings fueled by bottled gas, to mirrors in the bedroom areas. If you don't want to cook indoors, you can borrow a barbecue, if you ask in advance for one to be made available. And there's even a picnic blanket to sit on outside your tent. Inside, a box of games and toys can be found, and children's tents can be hired if required. All tents have a fridge, and if you want to spend the day on the beach, for example, ask for a specially designed PS Camping Cool Box, which will keep your food and drinks chilled. There are excellent washing facilities at all our sites, with washing machines and clothes lines in the central areas, along with mops and buckets in case your tent needs cleaning during your stay. All sites have a cafe and or a shop for those who'd rather eat in than dine at a local restaurant.
That is the end of section 2.
I think you should turn on the mute button. The आवाज जिसको आ रहा है सर, turn on the mute button. Okay.
it's from my side. My side.
Sorry.
It's from my side. मेरो side
What's happening, Purva? Well, what's happening?
Construction चलिरहेको छ सर.
ए तिम्रो
Next to the house.
मेरो जस्तो रहेछ construction.
हजुर.
मेरो पनि धुमधाम यहाँ construction. Okay.
Okay, sir. म म्युट गर्दा हुन्छ सर?
Mute गर्दै Purva.
हजुर.
Right. Now let's check the answer. Barbecues. Anybody? Bibita, Yuvraj?
They're available on request.
Sorry?
C.
See, they are available on request.
Request.
Yeah, you have to ask for it. Fine. Toys.
A.
Toys. You'll find that there are toys in all the tents. Okay. Cool boxes.
C.
See again. If you plan to go out on a picnic, all right, you should ask for a specially designed PS Camping Cool Box. So that'll keep food and drinks chilled. You ask for it. So if you ask for it, it's available on request. See, it's all about paraphrasing. All about paraphrasing. Eh? And the last one, say mops and buckets.
B.
B, in the central area, along with washing machines and so. So you were section 2. Now, Mami, we'll take just a quick look. Eh? Oops, you can't read that, obviously. Let's see. Section 1, transport from airport to Milton. Kati sajilo thiyo, na? That's section 1. This is just filling up forms. Okay, so section 1 is normally filling up forms. You'll always hear a conversation. Section 2 is going to be short talk. Multiple choice can be a little tricky, got to be careful. And some part of the question is match and list. All right. Now, once again, once section 2 is complete, listen to this.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
But what did I tell you? It's pointless checking answer. Don't ever waste your time checking your answer. So what do? Right, we go straight away to section 3. And you see, now you're getting half a minute from section 2, you know, and another half a minute to read. So in section 2, 3, 4, we're getting a huge advantage of 1 extra minute. And you should utilize that time properly. So section 3, cool,
Now turn to section 3.
See, that's the half a minute. So altis machani, you might be wondering, 30 seconds go keep value 30 seconds go ye value. Half a minute go value ye. It's valuable. Half a minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes. If you were surfing the net, it's got no value. Time has no value. 1-2 minutes got the value. The khudra paisas, the changes, the value. Who carries changes now? Okay? But then in the artists, even half a minute would make a huge difference. So, isko iti se complete garu hai aaj. Questions 21 to 23. All right, 21 to 30, but 21 to 23. So this is the first set. Write one word only as an answer. So today, let's at least complete this. Though we are running out of time, we 10 minutes extra. We'll just complete this. So in section 3, what you're going to hear is a conversation on an academic nature. You're going to hear a conversation between 2 to 4 people, but you see maybe the instructor, the teacher, okay, with a few students, and they're going to discuss about seminars, tutorials, their studies, and so on. So take a look, differences between individuals in the workplace. That's the topic. Individuals being different. Ideas, this was the answer next. Work behavior differences are due to your keyword, or a keyword answer personality, to be immediately answer. Effects of diversity on companies. Okay, advantage, diversity or diversity, whichever way you want to pronounce. Dynasty, dynasty, when it's the diversity develops something. Okay.
Section 3. You will hear a tutor talking to 2 business students called Philip and Janice about their research on managing individuals. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 23.
Okay, 2 questions here. So I'll take it a little forward.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 23.
Well, you've both been looking at different styles of managing individuals in companies and the workplace. How's the research going, Philip?
Well, I've been looking at why individualism, individual differences, are such an important area of management studies. When you think about any organization, be it a family business or a multinational company, they're all fundamentally a group of people working together. But it's what these individuals contribute to their places of work that makes you realize how important they are. Of course, they bring different ideas, but it's also their attitudes and their experiences of learning. Diversity is important in these areas too.
So why do people behave so differently from one another at work?
There are lots of reasons, but research has shown that a lot of it comes down to personality. And the other factor is gender. It's a well-known fact that men and women do lots of things in different ways, and the workplace is no different.
Did you look at the effects of this variation on companies?
Yes, I did. On the positive side, exposure to such diversity helps encourage creativity, which is generally an asset to a company. But unfortunately, individual differences are also the root of conflict between staff, and they can lead to difficulties for management, which can sometimes be serious.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation...
Right. individuals bring different ideas. Next word,
Attitude.
Attitude.
attitudes, and it starts with small a. Did you notice here? The small I, okay, lowercase. You have any small L, sir? Small a. If you write it with capital A, it's going to be wrong. Okay, why is it's going to be wrong? Is it because it wouldn't match up here? So everything needs to match up. All right. So attitudes with and why attitudes again? If you notice again, plurals, ideas, experiences, so attitudes. So everything needs to match.
Sir,
Yes.
a question like अस्ति तपाईँले भन्नुभएको थियो नि अर्को एन्सर सिटमा चाहिँ अल क्यापिटल लेख्दा हुन्छ भनेर यो केसमा चाहिँ एटिट्युड स्मलली लेख्नुपर्छ क्यापिटल लेख्दा हुन्छ
No, no. As I said, if you're writing an answer, you're the small a now,
Yes, sir.
capital A na, small a nouns. But as I said, our answers are sabai. Say you avoid gonula, you could write all your answers in capital letters. The mix-up gonna mix-up gonna. Work behavior differences are due to personality and
Gender.
again, small g, all right, not plural but singular gender. Effects of diversity in companies. Advantage: diversity develops
Creativity.
creativity. So this is section 3. The remaining we'll do tomorrow. What we're going to do tomorrow is this part, all right? And this is going to be a little bit more challenging, though it's multiple choice. Along with multiple choice, why it's challenging is because this is about the speaker's attitude and opinion. Remember, section 3 to 4 now, opinion and attitude answer. See, Janice thinks, Janice suggests, Janice believes, Janice believes. So these are all about the speaker's opinion and attitude. And the answers are not directly mentioned. So attitude question, okay, opinion questions can be difficult. But this we're going to try tomorrow. Okay, so Azala Etine, we'll end it here. Ani Praveen?
Yes, sir.
Timle material or receive gare?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So I think everybody's fine with this. Okay, questions, someone let me know. China Winnie. We'll end it right here and
मैले प्रिभियस एउटा क्वेसन हेरेको कि अनि त्यहाँनिर लोकेसनको नाम चाहिँ बरी गार्डन्स भन्छ होइन
के गार्डन
बरी स्पेलिङ पनि भन्छ BURRY गार्डन्सको चाहिँ स्पेलिङ भन्दैन क्या अब त्यो टाउनको नाम हो कि प्लेसको नाम अब त्यो सेपरेटली लेख्नु कि लाइक त्यस्तो कन्फ्युजन हुँदैन लाइक एउटा स्पेलिङ भन्छ पछाडि भन्नु के हो त्यस्तो
त्यो तिमीले कुन चाहिँ कन्टेक्स्टमा चाहिँ हेऱ्यो I'm not sure अब त्यो the question नहेरिदा अब just because you've said it it can be in different context हुन्छ नि अब कन्फ्युजन तिमीलाई फेरि केमा लाग्यो
लोकेसनको सर नाममा क्या जस्तै बरी गार्डन भन्नु न त्यसले सेपरेट
के गार्डन
बरी गार्डन क्या
BURRY बरी गार्डन ओके लोकेसन भयो बरी गार्डन अनि
अनि त्यो त हो त्यो लाइक ब्ल्याङ्कमा थियो क्या अब त्यो कपीमा लेख्नु पर्ने अब त्यो कसरी लेख्ने आन्सर चाहिँ
पेन टिप्ने लेख्ने पेन्सिल टिप्ने
लेख्नु बरी र गार्डन्स
पेन्सिल टिप्ने लेख्ने के भनेको छु आई डिडन्ट गेट
त्यो त सर त्यो लाइक अस्ति हिजो हामीले गर्दाखेरि लेक र रोड डिफरेन्ट लेख्यौँ नि
obviously in this case it's going to be separate. Bury is a proper noun, garden is a common noun, so you'll have to write separately bury with a capital B and then garden separately.
So तर कुनै कुनै केसेसमा चाहिँ टाउनको नाम दुईटा वर्ड भए पनि सिंगली लाइक टुगेदरै हुन्छ हैन
या त्यस्तो हुन्छ सो अब यसको लागि चाहिँ it's all about awareness. It's all about awareness. Word. Just तिमीले word today लेख्दा are you going to write separately कि एउटा लेख्छ हामीले एउटा लेख्छ everything हैन एउटा लेख्छ noon time afternoon is a single word there are noon time like we write it separately the awareness of English and that's how your language is being tested right that's my say
thank you
okay so we'll live here and tomorrow we'll continue with the remaining sections 3 to 4 okay everybody stay safe and goodbye